Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys if reading the Dreamland Billionaire series is worth it. I'm gonna give my thoughts on each book, which book I like the most, what I rated each book, and what I'm going to be rating the whole series as a whole. So I never done one of these videos before. I guess you can say it's like kind of like a book review slash like a series review. I've seen a couple of these on YouTube, so I thought why not give it a try. So this is the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. We are going to be starting off by talking about book one. So book one is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. The cover is gorgeous. It's like luxury, rich, billionaire vibes, you know. So in this book, we are following Rowan and Zara's story, which it is workplace romance, grumpy ex-sunshine, all of the feels. I absolutely adored reading the first book, and I say that because it was giving Disneyland vibes 10 times. Like, now Rowan is the type where he's kind of shut off, he's grumpy, he doesn't like to be bothered with. He's basically doing all of this because his grandpa left the brothers a will. So backtracking to that, basically this whole series is following three brothers. You have Rowan, you have Cal, and you have Declan. And basically their grandfather passed away, and he owned the Dreamland whole amusement park thing, and their grandpa left them a will basically explaining that you have to go through all of these trials and tribulations in order to get your inheritance. So that's basically like the whole thing that's going on in this series. I don't want to give away too much just in case the people who haven't read it, but it's definitely like billionaire, workplace romance, Disneyland. You have to follow these rules and regulations, go through a lot of things type of vibe. And I absolutely loved Rowan and Zara's story. They were just so cute. I love the grumpy ex-sunshine trope. And I have to say, like, definitely in all of the Dreamland Billionaire series books, Lauren Asher knows how to write a slow burn. All of these books to me are a very slow burn. It's spicy, but it's not like to the spicy that it's smut. To me, it's more of like romance with a hint of like a lot of grown scenes. I can't really explain it. I mean, I don't know. It's giving spice, but it's not giving smut, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But to me, overall, this book with Rowan and Zara, they had some special moments in this book. And when Rowan got over his grumpy character, it was everything. I absolutely adore Rowan and Zara. Zara was just so adorable. That is basically like the way to describe her. And when they first met, it was just like lightning bolts. Like, I'm not joking. Overall, I rated this book a 4 stars, and to me the spice level was a good 3. It was a good 3 for the spice level, but I loved it. I feel like if you have not yet read The Fine Print and you have it on your TBR, please read it. It won't disappoint. It's so adorable, so entertaining, so fun to read. Did not want the book to end. I loved it. So the second book, it's called Terms and Conditions, and that is following Declan and Iris's relationship. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved Declan and Iris' relationship, and I feel like in this one, to me this one was a slow burn. Out of all of the book, the highest slow burn I would have to say was Cal's story, and we'll get to it in a moment. But if I had to rate the slow burn level, it would be Cal, it would be Declan, and then it would be Rowan's story. But you're following Declan and Iris. Iris is Declan's secretary, personal assistant, and she is actually Cal's best friend. So basically what's going on in this one is she's trying to find Declan a wife, and nobody can know about the brothers' will, about what's going on, about how they're trying to get their inheritance. Only Iris knows what's going on because she's kind of like a family friend, and she's Cal's best friend. So she's loyal, she's supportive, she wants the best. She's just a whole vibe. I love Iris so much. Literally out of all of like the book girlfriends, I think I would have to go with Iris. She is just everything, and the way she is described in the book, chef's fucking kiss. But she knows what's kind of going on with the will and how they have to get their inheritance and stuff. So when Declan doesn't marry who she wants him to marry, it's a marriage of convenience. So she ended up proposing that Declan basically marries her, and at first he is not with the idea. He doesn't want to get with the idea, but it has to happen. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, but it has to happen. And I actually rated this book a 4 stars, and to me the spice level was about like a 3.5. It was about a 3.5 for me. They had some very cute spicy scenes in here, and I just love Iris. She just gave boss woman, grown bitch vibes. She was everything. Absolutely loved this one, and the cover is giving luxury rich. I just love the covers of this whole series. It's just chef's kiss to me. So on to book 3, we have Callahan and Alana's story. Now this was the biggest book out of all the books, and I have to say this was my favorite one out of all the books. Now this one right here was a childhood friends to lovers trope, second chance romance trope, single mom trope. It was everything. I think out of, no, not even think, I know out of all the 3 books, this one was my favorite. I did not think I would like Cal's character. Like in the other 2 books, he kind of gave me the ick because he's described as like the drunk, the alcoholic, the doesn't care about the inheritance, doesn't want it. He wants to throw his life, well, not throw his life away, but he just doesn't want to follow in the path of others. He kind of gave up. None of them had that father relationship. Their father was basically a robot. He didn't care about them. Their mom died, so basically the brothers had to raise themselves, raise each other, be each other's backbone and everything. So we're following Cal and Alana's story. Alana is Cal's childhood friend. When they were younger, they kind of had like a really big moment together, and Cal did not want to drag her into his whole like life of alcoholism, addiction, all of that, and he's trying to be protective of her, but he ended up leaving her in the town. It's a lot. But this book, I would have to say, before I get more deeper into it and start ranting about this one, I gave this one a 5 stars, and the spice level to me in here was about a 3. It was more romance, want to win her back trope rather than spicy and like they're trying to hurry up and get back together. So that's another thing I do appreciate about Lauren Asher's writing. When she was writing the Dreamland Billionaire series, she thought about each of the characters' relationships and who they deserve, you know, like as romantic partners, and it was slow burn. Like it was a very slow burn tension, and I loved her. I just love this story. It was everything to me. It's giving like lake house vibes, all of that, and like the characteristics, each of the guys and girls in this book, their characteristics are so different from each other. It was just insane. I did not want this book series to end. I absolutely adored this series and I just love it so much. From this series, I think I would rate it a 5 stars. To me, this whole series is definitely a solid 5 stars. This series deserves all of the hype. If you have these books on your shelf, on your TBR, read it. I promise you, you will not regret a fucking thing. It's worth every read, every tear, every heart-jerking moment. I kid you not. And it's so fast-paced. It's so entertaining. You will not want to put it down. You will not. And these are actually my first Lauren Asher's romance books I have read. So the fact that I finished this is insane. I do want to get the special editions to the whole Dreamland Billionaire series. I have to see if she has any or if I can get my hands on any, because the Dreamland Billionaire series, it really do holds a special place in my heart and I absolutely love it. You absolutely need to read it. I kid you not. I think I want to tell you guys a quote from each of the book that if you have not yet read it, the quotes will make you want to read it, so give me a second. Now, in the end of the book of the fine print, if you have not read the book, I'm going to say this quote that's going to make you want to read it. It's just a short, simple, cute quote. And I'll ruin anyone who threatens your happiness. That's all I have to say. Book 2. This is book 2. Because there is nothing I want more than to turn a house into a home with you. Book 3. Can't find the quote in here, but the vibes alone would make you want to read it. So that's all I have to say. If you have not yet read the Dreamland Billionaire series, then this is your sign to read it. I promise you, you won't regret it. It is every fucking thing, and that's it. That's it. That's the story. I know this is probably like a short video, but it's kind of like a book review, and there's nothing much I can say because I really don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it. So yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I promise bringing back some more of these longer videos and stuff like that. Love you guys and bye besties.